some of the stuff I wanted to watch. I saw this one. Try Permadeath. You won't regret it. And I'm really interested to see this because I am a massive, like, hardcore, hardest difficulty shill. Any game. Because I'm convinced that games, like, for example, Dying Light. If any of you played the first Dying Light, a lot of people are starting to play it again recently. Please do it on the hardest difficulty. Because those first few hours where you are just absolutely outnumbered, you're underpowered, it takes, like, 2 stamina bars to kill a zombie. It feels so much more grounded. Because I'll be honest, when you reach that point in the game where you're overpowered, that's when it gets boring. That's why, like, Dark Souls, Elden Ring, that's why it's all done so well. And it's become so popular. Because you never reach that state of being overpowered. Maybe if you grind out, or maybe if you do New Game Plus and then you sweep everything for the first half of the game. But that's kind of different. I think the only game that I think is bad on permadeath is... well, it's not permadeath, but Fallout 4 on hardcore. Because Fallout 4 on hardcore, I love that game on hardcore, I do. But the early hours are just so unfair to the point that it just doesn't even feel fun. Like, I remember in the early hours, in Fallout 4 hardcore, you can only save by sleeping, I think. I think transitioning through areas as well, maybe. Like going through a loading state, I think. But I remember in the opening hours, you are killed so many times by a raider throwing a Molotov, right? And then it just kills you. Because a grenade or something, obviously there's a fuse, you get the indicator, but you get the indicator when someone throws a Molotov, but it doesn't matter because by the time you see it, you've probably got like 0.3 of a second and then it's landed and it's already killed you. And also, like, Fallout 4 is infamous for crashing and just being buggy as well. You can't fast travel. Yeah, you can't fast travel on hardcore. But that wasn't too bad. I didn't find that, like, terrible. The Molotov is an insta-kill, yeah. I've seen people, like, say how the early levels are really bad and then it actually becomes fun later, but I couldn't get past that curve.
Despite 28 hours in Ghost Recon Breakpoint and at least 5 characters in Wildlands, I can't get these games to click with me. On paper, I should love them. Massive, gorgeous worlds with tons of difficulty options, tactical Barbie, and synchronized AI stealth headshots. It is firmly up my...
I really think permadeath is the way to go as well because there's so many video games that are coming out now that are also similar that we just get bored of them. We get bored of them. Like, you need that challenge, right? You need that permadeath. It's like, look how many Souls-like games come out every year now because that genre is just so, like, good. Like, that feeling you get, like, down in your balls when you beat a boss after trying for, like, 2 hours straight.
But everything feels pointless. Felt pointless, but we'll get to that.
Like, there's 2 games I've been playing through at the minute on permadeath. The Last of Us Part 1 and Wolfenstein 2. And they're both really good.
I've tried extreme difficulty, no HUD, but at the end of the day, the shooting feels mediocre, the missions are repetitive, and difficulty is only achieved through instantly being killed or removing the ability to run away. Not to mention the drones and mechs in Breakpoint. A low time to kill doesn't make a game tactical or hardcore, because regardless of if you die in 10 shots or 1, 10 seconds after you're done bleeding out, you'll be back in the mission in 5 seconds.
If you die in the game, you die in real life. Could you imagine they just actually... Because I know they got VR kits now that imitate like sensors where you're shot.
Seconds from where you were previously. This doesn't lead to fear or tension, it leads to frustration. But I found the secret to enjoying these games. Wildlands, at least. Breakpoint doesn't have it. And I found this secret in Assassin's Creed Mirage. No, seriously. Assassin's Creed Mirage is one of the most 5 out of 10 games I've ever played. It is a massive improvement from the last...
Wait, does that have a permadeath? Really?
9-ish years of Assassin's Creed games, in my opinion. Since it focused on being a stealth game about being an assassin instead of other stuff. It's a game I like playing, but very well may never beat, because I have no interest in the story and its gameplay loop is easy and repetitive. But they recently added a mode called Full Synchronization. This is a start-to-finish permadeath mode. But Damien the Butter Anvil Orphan 6'9 Shadow the Hedgehog Westopolis? That's an open world game with dozens of quests. That's way too long to beat without dying. Then don't die, idiot. No, for real, that's actually my point. Figure out which difficulty involves you dying semi-often and go one below that. It's not about dying and feeling the punishment. It's about using the fear of the punishment to strongly encourage more tactical and in-character behavior.
Okay, thinking about permadeath, I gotta show you guys some Last of Us deaths.
Watch the Mandela Catalogue Volume 5 now.
I watched it last night. Thanks to the 10 though. Oh yeah, this one is genius.
See any, but
because obviously, like Last of Us grounded mode, once you die, it's gone. I want to do a run of Wolfenstein 2 on stream at some point on permadeath, but the problem is with that is you can't even save, so I'd have to leave my PC on overnight or something. How does that happen, man? Like, the game looks so good, the engine is so good, and then just floats down and dies. That's crazy. Like, and because of that, whoever did this had to go back through the whole game watching Joel die and stuff again. Yeah, 2 hours and 24 minutes. God, Joel dies so early in Last of Us 2. He was only 2 hours into the game and Joel's already dead. Crazy. Oh yeah, this one's kind of funny as well.
Dogs. Holy fuck.
Like, it's so obvious he needs to go up that ladder, right? Like, he needs to climb that ladder. But then for some reason he doesn't do it, I guess because the prompt doesn't come up, and tries to walk this way. That's so late in the game as well. That's like well over halfway. That's probably the last third of the game that he's up to. Ooh. Now, where's Trog? Survival time 26 minutes. Oh, he did per chapter, little worm. Yeah, I thought he did like the entire game.
Let me give you an example. In Assassin's Creed Mirage, you gain notoriety when you commit crimes, mainly murder. After the first and second levels of it, civilians will start to point you out to guards. This isn't the biggest deal. Even on the hardest difficulty, 1 or 2 guards isn't much to deal with. But after you max it out, Shakira shows up, and as long as wanted posters stay up and criers are unbribed, she can't remember to forget you featuring Rihanna. They're immune to most range attacks, they have multiple unblockable attacks, they have throwing weapons, and they can hit you in the gap after you hit them if you don't get your timing right. In normal gameplay, if this enemy showed up, I'd just fight it out. If I win, it clears the bounty, and if I lose, I'm still just in the city like I was before. I only stand to gain by fighting, but with full sync on, I pop smoke and run away. I hit lifts, I jump across poles, I hide in water. I'm not picking a fight, I don't know, like...
If there's a difficulty that actually fundamentally changes the way that you play a game as well, that's perfect.
Can win. And this not only helps me play with a different part of the game's sandbox,
like if a game becomes so difficult that you actually have to change your playstyle and like be a coward, I think that's really cool.
Makes me act more like the character and play the game like it was intended to be played. Back to Ghost Recon. I normally play on the hardest difficulty, but I bumped it down to hard. I tried it with normal, but that was too easy. I found myself making mistakes and not really worrying about it, which destroys the point of the whole thing. But I started the game and I immediately found my thought process to be more deliberate and, dare I say, immersive. When you start the game, you start near the top of a mountain with a vehicle, and without fail, every single time I've been here, I get in the truck and I try to drive down the cliff. But not this time. Too risky. I got to my objective, instead of just walking through shooting everyone, I parked my car in a bush, crawled to a hidden position, and spent a minute or 2 droning out enemy locations. I used sync headshots with my team whenever possible, and when 3 enemies showed up, I took my time to prepare my shots. I droned the interiors of buildings. I scoped out high positions for snipers. I considered failing stealth to be failing the mission. Let me tell you another story from the early game. I was assigned to defend a rebel broadcast while the cartel sent men to destroy it.
Is this game worth playing? Because it actually looks pretty fun. I've heard people say it's very, very mid, though. Makes you feel like an assassin in Baghdad.
I placed myself close to the objective, but it was too close. Enemy showed up on 2 sides and pincered me.
Pyrocynical's
As they swarmed me,
girlfriend really has this man walking around like a trophy wife. Walking around caked up in Sweden must be the life. Blood is wearing Victoria's Secret booty shorts. She's must be the earner in this relationship. You go, queen.
You have yet to be rizzing me with that donor. Where's Troy? Trog is a little bit nervous at the minute because there's thunder outside. Hey. Troy. Yeah, he always starts doing this. He like just pants loads when there's thunder. Does he want to lie under the desk? Yeah. He's gonna just stood here at the minute, just not moving. Man of the house has arrived. Is he in Sweden? Yeah. You've got to be moving my track. Oh, there we go. No, he's just lying. I'm gonna have to move my camera a bit because the dog is like in the way and I don't want to push him. Okay.
me, 2 of my ghosts went down, and I took a round or 2 myself. My health was worrisome, so I pulled back behind a building while enemies swarmed the objective. I thought about pushing through to save it, but I couldn't risk going down, so I pulled back, ran up the hill, commandeered a vehicle, and drove away from the cartel's rifle fire, failing the mission. And god damn, it was so much more interesting than a mediocre third-person gunfight. How about my first near-death experience? I was driving down a windy mountain when I came headfirst against a cartel supercar. I cut him off, stood to the side.
I think all games should have permadeath. Well, most games, because I feel like that's a statement that's going to age really poorly. But, like, if you get bored of a game, that's a way to replay it again without having to wait for, like, DLC or anything, right? I love games like that. Like, again, I've been playing through Last of Us and, like, putting it onto Survivor. You know, limited resources, limited crafting, how you'll go through an entire building and there'll be, like, one piece of cloth for a medkit or a Molotov. It's really good. Candy Crush, permadeath. Animal Crossing permadeath. God, could you imagine? Spend like 3 years like building your village and then it just dies.
And set up a hasty ambush.
My
didn't
wife
get enough
left
rounds.
me because of this video.
Unlucky. Dead Rising Infinite Mode. That kind of is permadeath, isn't it, really? Because Infinite Mode is... Yeah, there's a mode in Dead Rising called Infinite Mode when you beat Overtime Mode. And it was like, it was basically for people that were like, I want to just explore Willamette, and I don't want to do the side content or the quests. I just want to explore. And it's for those people. But Infinite Mode constantly drains your health. Like always. Your health is always ticking down, and there's usually in the main Dead Rising, there's like unlimited food. You go to like somewhere that has orange juice and just take infinite orange juice. It never runs out. But you can't take items from infinite loots. You have to find them in the world, and you have to kill people like boxes. I really want to do a stream of Infinite Mode at some point, I think. I've never beat it. Apparently, it takes so long, you can't beat it in a single day. You have to split it across like 2 days minimum. And I don't even think you can pause the game. I'm not sure. Maybe you can pause the game on Infinite, I'm not sure. But yeah, a lot of it is just kind of waiting around, eating. Because your health is always degrading. It's always draining. So you can't just put Frank in a corner and just wait 2 days, because that would be the easiest achievement in the world. You have to keep playing the game constantly. I feel permadeath only feels fun in more arcadey games like Doom. Large open story mode, it doesn't work. Is that the rain? Yeah. Damn. Yeah, I don't know if you... Can you guys hear that? There's like mad rain outside. Jesus.
Runs out to stop the car, so I chased him down. After filling his car with bullets, I pulled him out of the smoking car shortly before it exploded. I considered the battle won, so I started to squeeze him for intel. Unfortunately, I got ahead of myself, because while I asked my questions, a PMC showed up on a buggy with a mounted minigun. It lit me up and I went down. Fortunately, you can be revived once per fight, and my team took it down. But damn, that was too close for comfort. Let's go to a different direction. Let's look at Halo.
Wait, it's permadeath, but you can be revived? Okay, that seems a lot easier than I thought. Okay, he did only say one revive per mission. So you basically get, even though it's permadeath, you get a checkpoint. Thank you, Arachnidroid, for the 24 months. Damn, you've been a member for a while. Appreciate it, bro.
Halo. Most Halo players are probably aware of Lasso, or Legendary All Skulls On. Skulls are optional modifiers that generally make the game...
What's the worst skull in Halo? It's iron, right? Surely nothing's worse than iron. Like, if you die, everyone dies. So if one guy just fumbles, you all get punished.
Harder, but some are just kind of goofy. But instead of going all out, we need just one. The Iron Skull, no, not the Crystal Skull. The Iron Skull, when used solo, restarts to current level whenever you die. And no game...
Oh, wow. It even hits you on solo. Ooh, yikes. Okay, that's pretty bad.
It's the idea of being vulnerable in Halo, like Halo 3...
Imagine doing that legendary difficulty, bro. Legendary difficulty.
ODST. When I took hits from the Covenant, the pained moans and character's attempts to calm breathing gave me the feeling that he was trying to mentally gather himself for the next push.
Yeah, ODST on Legendary was hard, man. That was really hard. You just didn't have the weapons the Chief had. The Magnum pistol was a bit of a carry. But I swear that SMG you had was just dog shit.
And when I'm worried about them dying too, it really enhances the fantasy of what's happening on my screen.
It's actually crazy. I can't think of another game apart from Halo where every gun feels weak. Does that make sense? Every single gun in Halo feels weak. And the ones that do, they've got no ammo. Like the beam rifle is really good, but you probably got like 9 shots out of that before it fully drains. The carbine was pretty good, actually, to be fair. But I guess when you're facing off against like elites and brutes, they're more like mini bosses. Gears of War? Oh god, yeah. Do you remember how ass the pistol was in Gears of War? No, the revolver was alright, but I'm the snub pistol. Thank you, Riot, for the 5. What did you say? Bargain Brand XQC, Ellen Degenerate, Edna Maud, lesbian, starving artist, non-binary side character, and a top-down RPG ass haircut. Right. Right, you are getting a timeout for that one. You are getting a timeout for that one. Thank you for the free money.
Even little things like the weightiness of crouched movement helped the experience feel more grounded than other Halo games. Like before, I didn't go all the way to Legendary. I went with Heroic, and in my city exploration missions especially, I found myself counting targets and preparing my position before engagements. Brutes got treated like major threats and became priority targets. My first death was to Hunters on the...
What's Lasso? What's Lasso? That's Legendary difficulty, but what does Lasso mean? Someone lawmaster me? Legendary or skulls on. Right. Jesus. That actually sounds awful.
The second level. When I got to that...
Oh, thank you, Annan, for the 10.
Hey Pyro, I have realized my evil ways and am going to stop saying lies. You look like Jake from the Tweenies, you're welcome.
Jake from the Tweenies?
That party...
That's crazy. My hair doesn't even look like that. Why is he orange? Bro, this looks like Donald Trump. What is this? How do I look like that at all? That doesn't make any sense. Have you said that's like Trump or something? I believe you. Idiot.
Again, I discovered that you can avoid them and just go around to continue the mission. I've played this game for 10 years and never done that. This idea wasn't as drastic in Halo, generally you're trying not to die anyway, but I was definitely more invested in surviving, and it helped me appreciate the world a lot more. Especially because I felt like I was in the shoes of my character. Definitely would recommend. Then I had a completely different idea. What genre allows for tons of variation in playstyle, tons of preparation before engagements, and could be restarted and taken in a completely different direction every run? Oh my god, modded New Vegas roguelike. I already had an installation to follow.
I feel like this is such a cop-out because you can just always... If you say you want to make a game better, just say do it in New Vegas.
New Vegas with about 150 mods on it, so it was easy to add one more. Dead is Dead is a mod for Fallout New Vegas that allows for many configurable forms of permadeath. You can choose between 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9 lives when you start a new character. And if that's a bit much for you, you can enable a new life every 2 levels or upon drinking a special Nuka-Cola drink. If you aren't willing to commit to Iron Man like I have, I still recommend this mod. It's very well designed. Once you die, you get a fun...
That's really cool that you can find pickups to give you extra lives. That's exactly what they did in Darkwood. There's little embryos you can pick up, and I think there's only like 8 of them in the whole game, and the whole game is like 9 hours. Well, it took me like 20 hours to beat it. But yeah, having pickups that increase lives that you can't get easily, that's really good.
One screen with stats about your character, and if you're afraid you'll cheat yourself, the mod has safeguards for that too. If you reload an old save, they won't let you play if you've died, and the only way to load saves from gameplay is to go to the menu, so you can't abuse quick saving and loading. Combine this mod with the alternate start mod that lets you delay the main quest, and you have a recipe for interesting stories and super intense gameplay. Let me run you through a few characters. Luke was the sergeant in the...
Thank you, Pineapples, for the 5 gifted, man. Much appreciated.
Pyro,
Thank you so much.
Have you seen Bear Season 3 yet?
I haven't seen Bear Season 3. Ah! Someone asked me to make them a grilled cheese! Hey, cousin! Cousin, someone asked me to make a grilled cheese, cousin! I was talking to Dolan about this. I've been like rewatching Hannibal recently, and apparently there is literally more cooking in Hannibal than in The Bear. The Bear is just less shouty.
NCR. Until one day, he pissed off a superior with the wrong kind of connections and found himself wandering away from Shady Sands into the Mojave in search of something. He wasn't known for much, and he certainly wasn't well liked, but he was damn quick and he had eyes like a falcon. He was a master of breathing control and always took his time to make sure he hit his target, even if his trigger finger left something to be desired. He considered himself a bit of a survivalist.
What are the traits I always pick again? I always pick... Wild Wasteland. Wild Wasteland is good because you're basically just getting yourself more content for free. I swear there's another one I always pick as well.
Hey Pyro, my mistake. You look more like Milo with how little hair you have left, plus I think Trump's hair is an improvement on yours. Just put some fake tan on and you could cosplay as him.
I don't see any similarity at all. I don't see any similarity at all. I'm gonna time you out for that one, I think. Like that, like, isn't that... He has no hair. Is that the joke?
Hit his target, even if his trigger finger left something to be desired. He considered himself a bit of a survivalist, and he preferred to sleep under the stars. He arrived at the Mojave outpost and quickly got acquainted with the NCR station there. He killed some ants to clear a road near the outpost to make some money. After that, he talked to a scout named Ghost who asked him to check on a nearby town called Nipton. When he got there, he saw a flag he hadn't seen in a long time, and it was still too soon. The Legion was here. He creeped along the edge of the town, doing his best to get an angle on them. He leveled his sights and took his shots. At least one of the bastards went down and he broke contact. Eventually, he made his way to the other side of the town. He fired some more and he threw every grenade he could.
I'm sure there's mods to improve it, but the iron sights in Fallout New Vegas are absolutely dreadful. I cannot... It's almost like the aiming is just off completely. I love iron sights in video games, but I swear in New Vegas I have to turn it off.
Miraculously, the firing stopped and quiet returned. They were all dead. He looked down the road at the crucified powder gangers and decided that whether they were scum or not, they didn't deserve this fate. He tried to take one of them down, but realized there was no way to do it without killing them.
I've
So
never
killed them he
donated
did,
to a
clean
streamer
shots to
and
the
I
head free.
donated 10 without putting a name. Anyway, I wanted you to be the first person cause I've watched you since the Deep Voice Pyro days. You've grown a lot as a creator, I believe. Keep making great content. Much love.
Thank you, Astro, for the 10. Appreciate it, man. By the way, that was a nice dono, guys. If we can try to do more stuff like that. But I know what's going to happen. You're just going to come in now saying self-dono.
Beach. Realizing what...
Thank you, Saga, for the 20. I've been watching your channel ever since the orange hair, deep fake voice era. And I actually found your channel from a FNAF Gary's Mod roleplay animation. Also, your hair looks good today, Queen. He made a nice dono like 2 seconds ago, and you already did a meme one. Crazy.
What kind of a threat the Mojave was dealing with, he realized he had to head north to get in touch with NCR leadership. He couldn't let these atrocities continue. He wandered through the desert, but when he stopped to drink some water, he was snuck up on by rad scorpions. Like with everything else, he took time to deliberate.
Did you notice how the health did not go down a pip? Rad scorpions in New Vegas are terrifying.
I can't sprint because my legs are broken! Fuck!
And because of it, he wasn't fast enough. When the NCR found the bodies in Nipton, Luke's body had already been consumed by the desert. Ivan always considered himself lucky, and one day decided he would head to the strip and show the world just how lucky he really was. From the very first hand, he was on a hot streak, and from there, the caps just kept climbing. The cards kept flipping, the drinks kept pouring, and the fights kept starting. By the end of the night, he was kicked out of every casino on the strip. When he awoke in Freeside, all he had on him was a 9mm Browning, a few stim packs, and a key to his room in the Ultralux. But the way he saw it, his luck hadn't run out yet. He sold the stims for a gulp of whiskey and about 17 poker chips. By the time he was politely asked not...
Hi Pyro, just got my Camp Pyro shirt. I really like it, thank you. Also, will you do a video on Fear and Hunger and its sequel Termina? I've been a fan since your Deep Voice days. Thank you XOXOPS, I'm one of the only female Pyro viewers.
Thank you, Lena, for the 10. Thank you for buying the merch as well. Fear and Hunger? Yeah. We're doing it eventually. We've still got Darkwood to get out of the way first, though. And then after that, we're doing Shipwrecked. And then after that, we're probably doing Fart and Shart. Thank you, Frosty, for the 5. Will you make a video on Fear? I think Perseus Mandate was better than... Yeah, I loved the Fear games as a kid, bro. I was hooked on them. They're such good games. Perseus Mandate is... That's the one everyone hates. I think it's alright. It was definitely the most scary one out of all of them.
Not to gamble at the Atomic Wrangler anymore, he had a few thousand caps to his name, enough to pass the credit check back into Vegas. On his way to the Ultralux, someone sold him a 22. He figured some security inside couldn't hurt, and they finally got inside to catch some sleep and plan his next move. On his way out the door in the morning, he overheard a rancher named Heck Gunderson complaining about his missing son. Apparently he went missing at the casino, and Ivan decided he might be able to play both sides. He agreed to help look for the boy, but figured at this exact moment he knew where Gunderson was, which meant his hotel room would be empty. But if Ivan was...
This is the only thing I think about with permadeath, like, not with permadeath, but this, like, start your own character thing. I think it's a little bit superficial. Because I've played games before, like Fallout 4, where there's mods where you can start your character the same way, different ways, right? Like you can pick a profession and stuff, but you always end up doing the same stuff because the game itself is exactly the same. It's just this little story you've made up in your own head.
Was truly lucky.
But to be fair, I guess in New Vegas you truly can be whoever you want to be, as opposed to Fallout 4, where it's like my son, my son. Someone took my son, and I was in the army. Favorite TV Girl album? I don't really. I only listen to like 2 songs of TV Girl.
He never would have come back to the strip. Gunderson didn't bring one bodyguard. He brought one with him and left 2 in the hotel room. His pea shooter was no match for their shotguns, and after just a few blasts, his luck ran out. Jericho was a mercenary from Idaho. He was a bit of a tinkerer as a kid, and when he was 17, he took a laser rifle he fixed up from junk he'd found and started wandering from place to place, eventually finding himself in the Mojave at the age of 24. Seeing the gaps in manpower from the NCR sounded like opportunity to him, so he made his way to Camp McCarran. He talked to a colonel who put him onto a raider calling himself Cook Cook.
He's a fucking Makarov.
Lamau.
Nope.
Lamau! How bad was that gank? Okay, that's kind of funny. There's like 5 raiders. 6 raiders. Actual gank.
Fuck that. Nope.
Yeah, I need to go around. There's no fucking shot. If I go in that door again, I'm fucked.
Won't they follow him?
That's too many guns. There's no way.
Why was that one so
He
tanky?
managed to pick off a few fiends and made his way back to McCarran.
Hi Pyro, heard you talking about RuPaul on Jack's stream the other day. Is it safe to assume you're using the funds from the slop channel to fund your future drag?
Yes!
Love you.
Someone finally found out. Yes!
Pyro, you literally have we are going to build an inflation machine and we are going to make the Mexicans pay for it a haircut.
Dude, I would love to make an inflation machine. Thank you, Astro, for the 5. If you haven't watched it, there's a video called Art of the Choke by Emp Lemon. It's pretty good. Okay.
Wait, help me, trader man. Help me, trader man. Fiends are bad. You'll fight the fiends, right?
I think he's kind of cheating that he has permadeath, but also the
Hey,
fact
Pyro,
that he
I
has
just
sprinting.
found my tickets for Blady in December and I plan to go in Pyro merch, but I don't have money anymore lol. Any chance there would be any other merch drops before December? Also, have you heard Cold Visions, the new Blady album, yet? You should do a Fallout New Vegas video because you look like Mr. House and gave chat a brain tumor like Caesar.
Chat is being exceptionally nice today, I think. I think we could all just give each other a hug, how nice we're being. About the Blade concert, you don't... What, you were going to get Pyro merch and you couldn't? Am I going to do another merch drop? Probably later on this year. Yeah, I'm not sure when. But I saw that Blade is touring. I do want to go see it. And did I listen to Cold Visions? I did. I wish Echo was on there, man. It would have made it perfect. Are you planning on doing Fallout New Vegas Permadeath on stream? Maybe. Maybe.
Right? Robot? Robot? Ow. Yes! Help. Help. Oh shit! Oh fuck! They murdered
How is the Robo Brain so useless? They're usually pretty cracked.
the salesman guy. Help me, robot! Yes!
Oh, he disarmed him. This is actually sick, by the way. You would never see this happen in Fallout. Because you just march on and just kill everyone. But by forcing everything to play out, that's actually sick.
Get him, robot! Yes! I'm glad that's over. Sorry your boss died. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna loot his corpse, okay? Damn.
I'm sorry, but I am not at liberty to chat right now.
Thank you, Florbo, for the 5. Loved your video since 2015. Please check out Midwest Angelica. Midwest Angelica? Ooh. Ooh. said this is done by Gemini, right? Okay, let's watch that afterwards.
Okay, well you don't seem super emotionally distraught.
What did someone just say in chat there? I swear I just saw... When you playing Z Technician's games. What is Z Technician? All the characters are fat furries, but it's safe for work so it can be played on stream. That's crazy. You've literally just said two completely opposing things there. What is Z Technician?
Hey Pyro, love your videos. Also, have you checked Celico out? It looks amazing and it's made on Steam.
I played like an hour of Sulaco. It's really good. Really good game. They killed it.
20 gauge. Yeah, I'm not really in a position to fight this, to be honest. This gun's model's all fucked up. Help me, Robo Brain. Yes.
But you forced me to utilize deadly force.
Okay, I should heal.
Why does the Robo Brain sound like it's been voiced by Yuri, Spider-Man's voice actor?
Fuck him up.
Nah,
The robot dies on-
it's done. It's done. He pulled out the flamer. It's done. It's done.
I'm just gonna run.
It's done.
The cook is dangerously close. Shit, he's taking a lot of hits.
Yeah, the Robo Brain's done.
Fight him, Robo Brain. Are you dead?
He's dead.
Shit.
The power might cut off.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh shit.
Yeah, apparently the power might cut off, guys. I'm not sure. Because we got some really bad thunder near us at the minute.
Ow! No. Oh fuck.
Yuri is most of the background. Oh yeah, he's
Pyro,
the
it's me again. My mum just found my Pyro merch and just disowned me. Womp womp.
I mean, that's nowhere near as bad as having the shaker cup, surely.
Fuck. I'm a fireball. Holy shit. Yes. Yes. Get him NCR. Get him NCR.
You had so many free hits, and then you decided to run away. Why?
Oh.
You jammer for the 100. I'm for real about it being safe for work. The characters also happen to be fat fairies, but it has nothing to do with the gameplay. It has nothing to do with the gameplay. Right. Curious. I swear I've seen Manly Badass Hero play those.
Oh shit. Wake up! Everyone wake up! Please. Wait, if I talk to them, they'll wake up. Guys, wake up, 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 wake up! Oh fuck.
We're just gonna talk to him now.
Oh, they're all trying to talk to me. I just gotta get, yes, wait, yes, yes,
Oh damn.
yes,
Okay.
yes, fuck you, Cook,
How are they all missing so much, by the way? The guy's right there, and they've got service rifles.
Cook,
Ganked.
yes,
Nice.
fuck you, yes.
That is the most, like, dirty, cheesy way I've ever seen in my life to kill someone.
Oh, that's so much more fun than any fucking fight ever could be
Imagine
in normal
living in Sweden
Fallout.
when there are better ones like Norway or Finland.
Like Norway or Finland? Surely you're trolling.
Oh, the satisfaction of that.
I forgot to ask you, gonna do a playthrough of the first Outlast? Probably at some point. I played it before, but... Sagan Hawks made a really cool analysis video on a creepy New Vegas ARG called Debauch. It might be good for you to react to Andy. Okay, I'll make a note of that one. What's it called? Debauch? Okay, this actually seems kind of sick. Damn, there's so many ARGs out there, man. It's wild.
Is incredible. It's like a Dark Souls boss. As with many forms of media, especially games, the lows define the highs. The feeling of being one-shot killed by a Deathclaw or dying to 3 raiders because you didn't manage your positioning right sticks with you, and it helps to elevate what was in all honesty a very simple fight into a truly memorable experience, with moments of fear, exhilaration, and at the end, catharsis. As of writing this, I also installed another mod. Water for fast travel requires water to fast travel. Some mods use money for it, but I wanted something that was limited yet inexpensive. If the fast travel was really cheap on money, the mod would be pointless, and if it was too expensive, it would greatly slow down the pace of my gameplay. You have to find someone who can sell you the water, or loot it, or steal it, or whatever. And something I really like is that every fast travel weighs at least a pound, depending on what kind of water you use. So stocking up on water and storing it, or giving it to a companion to carry, is extremely useful, and also feels like something someone in this world would do. I bought out a water merchant at one point, and I realized I was carrying an extra 30 pounds of water. I forgot there was a water merchant in this game, and I never would have spoken to them if I didn't have this mod. It also accounts for distance, so if you fast travel from a very short
New Vegas is one of the best games ever made, but it is not.
distance, it doesn't cost anything. I cannot recommend these mods any more highly. They have completely transformed my experience of these games. I've never really given permadeath much of a chance in bigger games like this, and the results have been absolutely incredible. I now
The hell? Hello? Oh, there we go. Yeah, my mic cut out. No, I was just saying I wouldn't mind fast traveling all over New Vegas. I really don't think that'd be a problem. I think it's more places like Far Cry 2. Far Cry 2 is hell. Like, you need fast travel for that game because it is just so tedious.
actively seek out mods for games I like to add it, and I hope to see even more of it added as optional modes for games in the future. I think these modes are super underrated, and seeing that Breakpoint doesn't have a ghost mode is a little heartbreaking to me. Even if you're not that good at games, consider bumping the difficulty down and giving this a shot if a game you love is getting a little stale because you've played it so much.
Mic muted.
It's like
no,
throwing
I can see it back now.
It can really enhance
okay,
the
back.
final product, even if it comes with a kick. Thank you as always for watching, and if you want to see more, consider looking at my YouTube memberships, or let me know if I should pursue some other support methods. I've been thinking about making
OnlyFans. Yeah, that's a good video though. That was really good. I do think everyone should try permadeath. I think it's really good.